Hey students, it's me, Mr. Fitz. I just wanted to take you through some accounting. So we've already learned about double entry bookkeeping and T accounts. So what we're going to learn today is the income statement. So when you open up any company's annual reports, or any, it doesn't have to be publicly traded, it can be any company that's actually doing any sort of accounting, they'll have two things in their annual report. One would be, or any of their reports, their financials. They would have a balance sheet, which is a snapshot of a company's assets and liabilities. Kind of their net worth, and their income statement, which is kind of a snapshot of like all of the money they've made and spent over a certain period of time. So let's take you through an example here. So first off, this is the first example. Your gross income is $900 and your expenses are $1,200. So we want to compute our net income. So first thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to type in my gross income here. And then I'm going to type in my expenses here. 1200. And you can format the cells red and green, and actually if you look at some of these number formats, it'll automatically set it up for accounting, where it'll actually make it red and green for you. Like here, if we wanted to just could change that, and if you want to make it a negative sum number, you can do that. I like to keep everything positive, and then I actually do subtraction. So you could make your, I don't really like to think about that, like your expenses as negative numbers. They're just numbers to me. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract. I'm going to say equals B6. Notice I click on B6 and it just puts it right in there. I can actually even just type it in minus B8. And so I'm going to subtract that. And it's going to give me a negative number for my net income. So there you go. That's one example. And so I'll let you try the one on exercise 1. It's pretty much the same thing. And then we'll go ahead and look at exercise 2 here. So, interesting. Barack, yeah, named after Barack Obama. Actually, it's spelled differently, isn't it? His gross income is $131,000. Nice, not bad. And his expenses are $31,000. Fill in the gaps. And so I'll let you do that one too. Again, don't enter in the net income manually. You want to make sure you calculate that. So let's move on to the next one. So this is example 2. So here you earn $5,000 in wages and pay $100 in car insurance. Fill in the gaps on the income statement. So income can come in various ways. So you could have salary or wages. You could have investments that are an income. You could win the lottery, and that would be treated as income. So my wages are going to be $5,000. Not bad if that's a monthly income or something like that. That would be pretty good. And then, so what's my total income? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to total that up right here. So I'm just going to say equals. And I could say, I could leave some extra space, so I could do equals sum and just add up these two cells here, and that would give me the sum of these things. So that gives me some room to say here, say I won the lottery or something like that, and I can type in something there, but there's nothing else for income. Food and clothes, they've given us that as a $2,000 expense. We had an interest payment of $300. And we have car insurance of $100. Oh, not $1,100. And now I want to total this up. So I'm going to say equals sum, open parentheses, and then I can just use my mouse and highlight these three things, or I could just type in the cells and or click on them, and you can do it that way. So that is one way to do it. I would close parentheses. Another way you could do it, you could say equals sum, and then click on each cell individually, if it lets me. Yep. Oh, you actually have to hit comma in between each cell that you want to click on. It's not going to do C15. And that would do the same thing. Oh. My formula got a little messed up there. There you go, that does the same thing. Okay, so either way, I like to do it just kind of this way. and highlight those three things. Remember, you just click on one, and if you hold the shift key down, you can click on multiple things. All right, what's my net income? Well, I want to subtract C16 from C8. And there you go, there's my net income. So my total income was $5,000. My total expenses were $2,400. My net income is $2,600. Now it's interesting, like you call it net income even if it's like a negative number, you just have negative income. All right, let's move on to the next one. So this is exercise 3. I'll let you fill this one out on your own. Basically, you just want to add up your income, which is wages and interest earned. So that means you have some sort of interest-bearing asset, like a bond or something like that, and you're earning interest. And you've spent money on food and clothes and your car depreciation. So these are all things that we're going to talk about when we think about our T accounts. And then our net income would be just the difference between those two. This last one I will also let you fill out on your own. Ginger earns $3,000 in wages and spends $1,500 on food during September. Create her income statement for the month. So you're just going to kind of fill in the blanks here of what it was. So for example, I'm going to say like wages and yeah, just going to be wages, and then you're going to be food, and you're going to just like type in everything here and then fill in the blanks. So that's about it. Hope that helps, and please let me know if you have any questions. And make sure if you have really a lot of questions, you can check the solution guide. I got a little David Bowie playing on the background too. Good song.